Hey everybody, it's Andy Potts coming to you from Fort Myers. I appreciate you watching this. I hope that by the end it helps you a little bit because I wanted to finally share my story about how I got into internet marketing. And I think that's probably one of the biggest questions with a lot of people. Not only how to do internet marketing, but right now with all of the people that I've got follow-up with, I get a lot of emails and questions about things that I can't really answer until you just get in, and that's the most important thing. But I wanted to share with you about what led up to me joining not only Empower Network, but the internet marketing world. So going back years ago, I always considered myself a pretty successful offline business person. Back in 1999, 2000, I created, with my mom and dad and my brother, a very, very successful real estate company here in South Florida. And we did that for quite a few years. Actually, it was a multi-million-dollar company that we had for many, many years. And at the time that the market, or I felt the market was about ready to turn in 2006, I decided to leave. My mom and my dad and my brother stayed, and I decided to go out and do some other things finally after 7 years in the business. I had enough money to go out and I wanted to start another business, and that's exactly what I did. So I went out and I decided that I wanted to create this beautiful company all over the world with jeans, and it was really pretty amazing because I actually got some major accounts like Diesel, True Religion, Miss 60, G-Star. All that stuff took a lot of flights and a lot of meetings, and I created these accounts that usually only went to really big online companies. And I started a very, very successful distribution of jeans all over the world. Well, what happened? A couple years later, made a lot of money, and the dollar changed overseas, and the way my whole business worked changed, and basically was out. Was left with a little bit of money, but at that time, I had to file bankruptcy for the business, and that is the point where my life really started changing a little bit because I had a lot of success for so many years, and now I'm going through bankruptcy, and my two last businesses, I guess, being successful, but in my mind, somewhat failed, and now I'm off, and I had to try to figure out what I was going to do next. So it was really interesting with that. I did have some money again left over, so I had this grand idea to start a restaurant, and that's exactly what I did. So in 2009, I built and opened up a restaurant here in Fort Myers, Florida. It was a pizza restaurant, and really took every last dollar that I had and put it into the restaurant. And I kind of told my wife, I said, my wife wasn't real keen on it, and I said to her, you know what, we've got to continue to do things in order, businesses and entrepreneurs, things, that's what makes money. But also there's a big risk with that. So all of my money, my last dollar in my bank account went into this restaurant. Well, long story short, after a year and a half, I had to close the restaurant because the restaurant didn't make it for a number of different reasons. So around 2010, I was left with pretty much nothing. My bankruptcy was just getting final. I was now living, I had $1 million house that I lived in here in Southwest Florida. Now I'm living in a small condo, that's all fine. But I take a look back and I think, didn't really know where I was going, and I was searching. And I'm sure that you can relate to a lot of this because people that are looking for businesses and online businesses are typically searching. And I just started getting online and taking a look at a number of different things, and I came across Empower Network. And what did I do? I'm the type of guy, obviously, from the past experiences. I got in, I reviewed a little bit about it, and on the very first day when I started and got involved with the $25 blogging platform, that very same afternoon, I decided to buy all the products. So I went all in on the very first day, not knowing what I was doing, having absolutely no experience. I've done MLMs, so I had some experience with that part-time, off and on through the years with the other businesses that I had, but never strictly internet marketing. And you know what? I was scared to death. But I just made a decision and a determination within me to say on that very first day that no matter what it took, I was going to get through it. So here we are now, after many, many months, and I can't say that it's all been, completely easy to do. But the point of all of this is that I share with you is that when you've got a clear intention and you've got laser focus on what you want to do, it will happen. It will happen with Empower Network. It will happen with any company that you join. And I always share this with everybody. It's not the products. It's not so much the systems. It's, you have to have good products and systems, but it's the person and it's your will to succeed. So I knew all along there's no way I was going to quit. Even when, after the first few months, I did not make a lot of money with Empower Network. Actually, funny story going back, I got my first all-in sale the very next day that I joined. But after that, there was a little bit of drought, and I had to work my butt off to figure things out, figure out how blogging worked, figure out advertising, figure out free social media, figuring out how to do Facebook, how to set things up. All of that took a tremendous amount of time. But here we are a few short months later, and you know what? It's exactly what I thought it would be. I never wavered one single second that this was going to work. I just kept going with it. And no matter what it was going to take, I was never going to leave. So now, as many of you see and the comments that I get, I've got a lot of my foundational stuff in place. Now I've strictly been focusing a lot on free social media, mainly Facebook, and some paid advertising, which has taken a few months to really hone in. You test and you try and you do all that, but then you meet people and you're involved in a lot of Facebook groups with a lot of other network marketers, and you get to know people, and people tell you things that you're never gonna figure out or find out unless you're involved in those groups, unless you're connected, unless you're online socializing and doing that things. Plus, going to the Empower Network conferences. Those are huge too. And actually, we've got one coming up here in another 5 or 6 weeks in Chicago, which I will be at 100%. Already have my tickets, already have my travel arrangements done. So my encouragement to you today is to just make a decision. First of all, you can't find a better group of people in this. And let me share one other thing. I get bombarded now every day from being in this full time with all different types of opportunities. The temptations are always there, but I don't waver a single bit. I'm never on to the next thing. I am strictly 100% Empower Network, and that's exactly why I am where I am today. Residual income, more people joining, a better understanding of how all the systems work, and now I'm in a position of helping a lot of my teammates do the same and being able to succeed with that, because that's exactly what it is. But make the decision today. Just inbox me or message me if you have questions. I've been sending out thousands of emails for follow-up. Some people message me and some don't. But if you're on the fence or you're trying to figure out what to do, just contact me through email, through reply on all of those messages, and I will be more than happy to take some time to explain to you exactly what's going on here. So I hope that helped a little bit. And again, I couldn't be happier in what I do. Get to wake up every day and do what I love to do. And I get to go to lunch every day. I get to do fun things with friends and family. And this is only after 6 months. A lot of hard work in 6 months. A lot of hours. But, and I could have quit at any time, but I didn't. Because I knew, and I have a very, very lofty goals from here on out. It isn't stopping here. It's going to get bigger and better. And so I hope that helped you, and I look forward to hearing from you. Again, if you need anything, contact me, and we'll go from there. Good luck in your ventures. Thanks.